start with my questions. Part 1. Which best describes Cesar Chavez's attitude towards the accident he describes? Okay, so I need to find his attitude towards an accident. And then part 2, which 2 quotations? Okay, which 2 quotations best support the correct answer to part 1? Okay, best support to part 1. So I got a 2-part question and I need to find evidence and his attitude towards an accident. All right, so now I'm going to begin my coding, and just like if I were looking for an attitude in someone speaking, I'm going to look very closely at the types of detail words, descriptive words that he uses when he's talking about the accident, because that will help me figure out his attitude. Okay, so here we go. 21 years ago, last September, on a lonely stretch of railroad track paralleling U.S. Highway 101 near Salinas, California, 32 Bracero farm workers lost their lives in a tragic accident. Okay, so I see he used 2 descriptive words here. He used the word tragic and lonely to talk about the accident thus far. I'm going to keep gathering more evidence to determine his attitude at the end. The Braceros had been imported from Mexico to work on California farms. They died when their bus, which was converted from a flatbed truck, drove in front of a freight train. Okay, I see he's given us this detail in the sentence. He separates it by the 2 commas, but that detail shows us like how the bus was made, so it was converted from a truck. I'm not quite sure why he gave us this information yet, so I'm going to keep reading to see if he tells us. Here we go. Conversion of the bus had not been approved by any government agency. The driver had tunnel vision. Okay, so now I see that it says that the bus was not approved. The conversion of the truck was not approved by the government. So basically is him saying this bus was not safe for people to travel in. Most of the bodies lay unidentified for days. No one, including the grower who employed the workers, even knew their names. Okay, so the detail that their bodies were unidentified for days, as well as no one, even their employer, knew their names. So these details and descriptions are what he gives us when he talks about the accident. From the words lonely, tragic, not approved by the government, unidentified, all of these things obviously tell me that his attitude is pretty negative. So I'm going to narrow down the best answer choice based on what I have listed. So A, considerate. I know it's not that. Considerate means like you are like taking care of something. Tolerant. Tolerant means like you accept it. I don't think this evidence shows that he accepts what happens. Critical, this means like you're judgmental or you're thinking harshly about it. I think that answer could be supported by my evidence. And proud. He's definitely not proud. So at this point, my answer is going to be C. And now I just need to find the evidence quotes that best support that. So I'm going to just compare what I coded already to make it easy for myself. It looks like they gave me the last sentence that I coded, no one, including the grower who employed their workers, even knew their names. So I'm going to check that as one of my answers. I need to find 2, so my second one will be most of the bodies lay unidentified for days. So those are my answers, and now it's your turn to do the same.